What's up, everybody? Sebastian Castillo here, and we're back in Guadalajara. I was doing some traveling throughout a couple of different towns and cities for the last few weeks, and it's fun, it's great, but it's even better to just hunker down, stay in a routine, and get some work done. Sometimes, right? You want to balance it out, but just take a look around here. Pretty decent Airbnb. Let me show you the view here. That's the nice part. Very Mexican. You probably see the two towers of the church over there. It's contrasted by these high rises. As you can even see, they're doing a lot of building here too. But let's just talk about something important real quick here. Because none of this would be possible if I hadn't taken a leap of faith about 4 years ago when I really wasn't living very well, right? In fact, if any of you know my story, I visited and lived in China, in Shanghai, big city, very metropolitan, from around 2014 to 2018. Completely changed my life, changed my perspective on my life path and everything. And then to go from all of that to back to Canada, to go from making money on my own as an English teacher, having a lot of autonomy, having good friends around, living in a great city, to going back to Canada, living with my parents, having really no idea what the hell I was going to do, no real skills or value, and just overall feeling depressed. I went into a bit of a hole, but I was still determined, right? I was still looking and trying to figure out, how is it that so many people are making money online, right? How many people are around the same level of intelligence and work ethic as me, but they're doing so much better? How is that possible? And so I continued to just dig through blogs, Twitter, YouTube. Twitter that's what it was called at the time. Now it's called X. And yet I still couldn't piece things together until I threw myself in the fire, right? And until I decided to pack my things, take what little savings I had, and move out here to Mexico and decide that come hell or high water, I was gonna make it. I was gonna figure out how to actually make at least a decent living on the internet, and then from there go to really making the big bucks and having that freedom, that autonomy, traveling, meeting new people, new women, and just enjoying life the way it was meant to be. And I can safely say that I have accomplished a lot of that now. I still have very big goals, but as you guys can see, I'm doing it, right? I'm living it. It's not a scam, it's not a fugazi or anything. It is real. People are doing this, right? You don't have to be a genius to figure this out. Now, I'd be lying if I told you you didn't have to be at least somewhat intelligent. I'd be lying if I told you you didn't have to have some kind of motivation to actually put in some work, because as you can see, that's my workstation over there temporarily. I've got my laptop set up and I've got my notes and my other phone and everything. But you can do this, right? If you actually put your mind to it, you can do this. It was Henry Ford who said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And so even despite all the messages, all the negative feedback I got along the way and the tough times that I traversed, I made it, right? Somewhat, right? I'm on my way. I still have a lot more to do, still have a lot of bigger goals to accomplish. But the main point here being is that this is completely possible. And to commemorate me having been here now in Mexico for 4 years, living this life, and in the meantime, I've traveled, right? I've been to the Middle East now. I've gone to other countries in Latin America. I've gone back to Canada a couple of times to see family and whatnot. It is imperative that I give back, right? And so what I want you guys to do, if you're at all interested in learning more about this, is to click the link below and you can set up a quick call with myself for free, right? We're gonna sit down, we're gonna look at your situation, and I don't make any promises. I'm gonna try and figure out what we can do to help you. But if it is possible, if you do line up and align with the characteristics and the kind of mindset that you need to actually make this happen. And you just have the determination. What we can do is potentially get you into a group with my mentor, who is also from Canada, believe it or not. And he's been doing this for years. He's been working with some really big names in the industry. He's made a lot more money than I have, and he's helped a lot of other guys to go from zero to hero, right? Zero to 10, 15, 20K in a month, US dollars, through online sales, and then graduating onto adopting even more skills and building out their own businesses and making 6 figures a month in some cases. So the sky's the limit with this kind of thing. And so again, I decided I'm going to open up my calendar to speak with some of you who are particularly interested in changing your lives, learning something, learning directly from someone who's documented my journey, right? Because this is not BS. You can go back and literally watch videos from a year, 2, 3, 4 years ago and listen to how I was talking, see how I was living, and understand what was going through my head throughout this whole journey. And so if that's something that it interests you, again, click the link below. I'm gonna put it there, and you can schedule a time to just hop on a call, talk with me for a couple of minutes there, and then we'll see if this is actually going to be a great path for you, because it worked out for me, it's worked out for my mentor, it's worked out. Even I've got my buddy staying with me right now. He's also from Vancouver, and we met through another sales coaching program. So not only can you potentially make a lot of money and live a life of freedom, but you can meet some great people who align with your mindset, who actually give a shit about getting ahead in life, putting in some work and achieving their dreams too. So if you're tired of being surrounded by people who really don't have much of a future, who don't really care at all, and who might even be trying to drag you down, book that call. Let's talk, and I'll do my very best to help you. Take care.